Carmen Schenk, and I'm the Tiny House Foodie, and I'm here to talk to you about flatware this morning. Yay! We are making good progress on the downsizing and right-sizing our kitchens this January, and I am glad you're here and along with me for the ride. We are working towards freedom and simplicity, and it's a really good work that we're up to. So, flatware. Now you can see mine is all mismatched, and I literally keep these things on the kitchen counter because these are things that we use every day. Now this is probably one of the few items of plastic in my kitchen, but it has a memory attached. We really enjoyed being on Broadway and seeing the show Wicked. So the knives go in there, and things that you use every day, it's okay to leave them out on the counter. And, you know, especially if you don't have a drawer to work for flatware, it's okay to have your flatware on the counter. Forks, and again, none of these guys match. Look at this. Nothing here matches, okay? And that's the way I like it. How many is the right amount? That's a really good question. I don't have an answer for you. It depends on you. I like to keep a lot of spoons around because of the item we use most. So, you know, if you're buying a set, you're not going to get enough spoons, in my opinion. So I just keep my eye out for, well, I have enough now. So I keep a number of the larger soup spoons because my husband prefers them, and I keep teaspoons both. And if you are taste testing food as you cook, it's best to use the spoon, taste test the food, and put it in the sink and wash all of those things at the same time. And don't put that same spoon back in the dish as you're testing it. That's just, that's one of those things ingrained in you from restaurant life, and maybe it's not a big deal for you, but that's just a habit that we have around here. And again, it's not, they're not actually stored in a beautiful container, but it works. Now, I happen to really love silver, and it makes me feel like we are really treating ourselves to eat with a beautiful silver fork. And you can tell none of this stuff at my house gets polished. It is not going to happen. And so some of it's really dark and some of it's pretty pale, and it's okay. All of that is personality, and I love it. And we happen to be, in our travels, we came across this really cool thrift store. It was actually an antique mall, I think. And in one of the booths, they had all of this flatware. Everything was $2 a piece. So, you know, none of it's valuable. It's just tons and tons of silver plate flatware to choose from. And we had so much fun going through that and digging through those boxes for the weirdest, the prettiest, just what the most unique, the kind of Art Nouveau and the Victorian and all of that stuff mixed together. And we put together a set for us that is so interesting. Each piece looks like it has its own story to tell. And that was our favorite way of ever buying flatware ever. And yes, of course you can go buy the box of stainless steel or whatever. Not the slightest bit interesting. We need to kind of kick that habit of buying things in sets. It's not necessary. Pick your favorites, downsize to your favorites, downsize to grandmother's silver. Seriously, use the beautiful stuff. When you are in the midst of living in a tiny house situation and you're starting to feel the frustration that you don't have the space to do what you want to do, having a moment with a beautiful cup of tea stirred with a beautiful spoon can help us remember to be grounded in the truth of why we're doing these things. And that none of this is actually a sacrifice. We're using grandmother's china. We're using grandmother's silver. We're using things that have history and have presence. And it's not about matching. It's not about picking out the latest style of something. It's none of that. It's just personal expression. What is the fork that you love the most that's in your silverware drawer? Okay, that's the fork you keep, okay? So it's not about sacrifice. Pick your favorites and let the rest fall away, okay? I'm Carmen Schenk, the Tiny House Foodie, reminding you that we can live tiny, enjoy simplicity, and eat really well. You may not think that you can go tiny, but I know you can. I know you can. Don't get hopeless on me now. Stick around and enjoy the process, because this can be a lot of fun. Pick your favorites and let the rest go. It's that simple. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it.